What's good, family? This is Black Families Rising, where we bring the Black family to the forefront. Hi, I'm Grinder.
Hi, I'm Jasmine.
And we are the founders of Black Families Rising podcast and blog.
We are dedicated to discussing the negative and positive things that are happening in our communities.
And finding solutions to the issues that we experience every day.
We are the Black family.
Rebuilding our legacy together.
Keep striving.
Keep rising.
Okay, hello everyone. We are Black Families Rising, and we are your founders. I am Jasmine, and this is my husband, Grinder. And we are here with the wonderful and beautiful Miss Porsche Mystique Steele. Hey! So excited to have her on here with us. We're gonna learn about everything that she has going. And pretty much she's one of our community heroes, as well as one of our fabulous BFR members. And we're so grateful to have her and her husband on board, another married couple. Yeah. Let's go. So first, I just want to give you a chance to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and where you are now. And we'll get into it.
Okay. Hi, peoples. My name is Porsche Mystique Steele. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I currently live in Nigeria. I am a writer, editor, publisher, and newly a business owner. I'm also an activist and a very happy member of BFR. I'm a podcast host. And the other many things I'm doing, I can't even think of that list right now, but I'm sure we'll get into it.
Yay.
Great multitasker. That's wonderful.
Gotta be. That's what us wives are here for. We gotta multitask.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
So, you talked a little bit about who you are. So talk about some of your other achievements, things that you've done. You said it's a lot going on. So
it's a lot going on. So first and foremost, the first thing I mentioned was that I'm a writer, editor, and publisher. So I've been doing that, freelancing for a little over a decade. And I finally decided I need to make it bigger, because essentially what I do is I just help independent authors through every process of creating their book and then getting it out there. But I could only reach so many people as an individual that somebody will come to me and say, hey, Porsche, can you help me with my book? And I have to say no, because I'm working on another project. And I hated that feeling, because everybody has a story and some of those stories are amazing. So I hated having to pass up an incredible story and somebody who's put so much time and dedication into it. It sucked. I hated it. Pissed me off. So I decided to go ahead and make it bigger and create Mystique Rose Publishing Services. So what we do is essentially what I was doing as a freelancer, but now I have a bigger team, and we also provide marketing. So independent authors and writers who need ghostwriting, editing, formatting, illustrating, cover creation, publishing, and marketing help. That's what Mystique Rose Publishing Services does. And it has been an incredible journey. And I'm so proud of it. This is my baby.
Yay! Well, we're proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And to see you stepping out on your own business. You're a new business owner. Yay!
Yay! It's so scary, but I love it. But that's that. Then, of course, there's the emancipation movement, which is just getting bigger and bigger every day. Like, it's getting crazy. So the emancipation movement is a movement for Black people who are willing and want to and understand the need for us to share knowledge with each other in the hopes of not really bettering our generation, because it's a little bit too late for us, but bettering the generation that is yet to come. So the knowledge that other races tend to be born into, and how to succeed and how to be good people and how to have great families, a lot of that information just kind of passed over us as generations went on. So the emancipation movement is about sharing that information with one another, then passing it down onto our children so that we can emancipate ourselves from the shackles that either we have placed on ourselves, our families, and unintentionally placed on us, and of course, society as a whole. So that's the emancipation movement. And you guys know last Juneteenth, we had a great little, I don't know, was it a party? It was kind of like a party.
It was a party.
Yeah,
I loved
definitely
it.
a party.
I had
It was
so much fun.
Man.
It was so fun. It was, but basically, it was just an event that highlighted 8 areas of Black life, and we had speakers that are experts in those areas talk about it and talk about why it's important in Black life. So that was financial literacy, education, career development, mental health, physical health, like what was the other one? Dream chasing. There was so many. I don't know. But the discussion was incredible and everybody had a good time. So that was the first event that we did. But now we're actually working on the TEM, the Emancipation Movement, TEM Kwanzaa Extravaganza. So we're hosting a virtual Kwanzaa celebration. A lot of Black people say, oh yeah, I heard about it or I know it, and they've never done anything with it. Well, instead of trying to figure out what it is on your own and figure out how to celebrate it on your own, we're actually going to celebrate together. So December 27th to January 1st, Kwanzaa is 7 days. I'm sorry, not 27, 26. Kwanzaa is 7 days. So from December 26th to January 1st, we're going to celebrate every day. Celebrate Kwanzaa, our heritage, our holiday. It's for us. And no, it's not a replacement for Christmas. That does not mean you got to give up Christmas to celebrate Kwanzaa. People say that all the time. It's so wrong. It's not like that. It's just our own holiday to recognize our heritage and our love for each other and ourselves. So that's what we're doing right now. We've partnered up with different wood makers. One is in Ghana, and he creates the kinara. I know you guys don't know what that is yet, but a kinara is the candle holder. And so he is making them for our events. So he's making kinaras for us. So for everybody who attends, you guys will be able to purchase your kinara from him. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be so incredible. So I'm very excited to get everybody on board and make this a us tradition.
Yes, I'm excited too. I can't wait. I can't wait.
We'll definitely be a part of that.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And once again, we appreciate everything that you're doing. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And that's why we're so happy to have you a part of us. And yes. Yeah, I'm not letting you go for nobody. So
I don't want to go nowhere. Don't worry, you got me forever.
That's what's up.
Let's talk about motivational motives.
Yes, talk about the podcast.
The podcast, Motivational Motives, the podcast hosted by my homie, Laquan Johnson. He is an author. He has published 3 books and he's working on his 4th one. And they all are in paperback and ebook and audio book format. So hop on Amazon and purchase those. But we have a podcast that kind of was formed after he wrote his first book. And so the podcast is about talking to inspirational Black people about how they overcame adversity and route to prosperity. And so we have incredible discussions. Sometimes it's just me and him, and we talk about pop culture stuff, things that are going on, things that we found out, things that are crazy, things that are just on our minds, or something that just kind of like pissed me off that week, and we just need to talk about it. Yeah. We do that. So the podcast is taking off. We actually took a small break because Laquan has some wonderful things going on in his life, and he's just progressing, and the creator is just blessing him left and right. So we're taking a little break so he could just focus on that. But once he's back, we're going to hop back on that podcast and start hashing it out because we got a lot to talk about. So that's been amazing.
Awesome. And so I know you mentioned, we talked that you're in Nigeria. So how's that going? How is that?
Let me tell you. So you know how so many Black people be like, I want to leave America because I need to come to Africa. Definitely do that. I feel like if that is your wish, if you feel like you're not comfortable in the US, you can come to an African country because I feel safer here than I do back home. Just period, So I have this sense of relief being here and going out with my husband, and I just look like everybody around me, and nobody's looking at me like, ooh, hating me because of the way I look. Right. So it's incredible. It is incredible. However, if you don't know somebody in that country already, keep your butt home. Do not come to an African country if you don't have somebody here already, because you're going to get messed up. And I don't mean like maybe physically, but just you don't know. I don't know how I even say that. You just don't know. Like, it's like.
Black Families Rising will return right after this commercial break.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have an analogy. It's like going to an all-white neighborhood for the first time, and you don't know anybody there. What do you do? It could not be safe for you. Right. You don't know. Right. So you want to make sure you have that in. You need somebody there that can show you the ropes, tell you where you should go, where you shouldn't go, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And right. Thank God I had my husband, because I definitely would have gotten tripped up. There's just certain things that you wouldn't even think of because you just never been there. So like, I don't know how it is in other African countries, but in Nigeria, when you hand somebody something or you receive something, you have to do it with your right hand. If you do it with your left hand, it's a sign of disrespect. Didn't know that, right? So if I was just walking around Nigeria, just going about my business, maybe going to the market, taking money out with my left hand, and I pay somebody, they're like, oh, what? Like, something's not right here. Right, so then you need to fix that. So it's just like things like that. You need somebody to show you the ropes, because you can get messed up. And Nigeria is kind of at a tipping point right now. It's very hostile here because of the government, and the government is very corrupt, and the people dislike the government very strongly. And so I wouldn't necessarily say it's like we're on the brink of a civil war, but you just kind of feel it. Like the same thing in the US, you kind of just feel that tension. And right. At some point, something's got to give. That's kind of where Nigeria is right now. And it's not very different from the US. It's just a different type of tension. So like I said, like if you're going to come here, you'll definitely feel that acceptance, but you just need to know what to do, because as soon as you start speaking, like if you're Black, like us, we look Nigerian, the three of us. We look Nigerian. So if you're walking down the street, nobody's going to bother you. But as soon as you start talking, they're going to be like, oh, they're American. And then next thing you know, they're hounding you for money, or they think that you're rich, and you have all these issues. So it's just like, you got to be careful. It's still better to be here than it is to be in the US, but the US has its perks, and so does Nigeria. So the grass is always greener. Like no matter where you go, you're going to deal with BS. You're going to deal with stuff that you'd rather not, no matter where you go. So you just got to pick your poison.
That's true. That's true. Well, we'll be joining you soon, because that's our aspiration, is to be in Africa, and we're teaching the girls Yoruba right now. So we're going to just be talking in Yoruba the whole time. Thank you for the heads up.
Oh my gosh. So you guys, if you come to Nigeria, you're gonna be up in Yoruba land. Oh my God. And I get emails from the US government. When you leave the country, because you're a US citizen, you should file with the US government. It's called STEP. It's a program so that they have all your information. So if God forbid something happens to you in another country, the government knows where you are, and they can even set up evacuations or whatever for you. So I get emails and stuff, like different alerts, and it was very helpful, especially during COVID. But whenever there's like a protest or something major that's happened, they'll send you emails to tell you, avoid this area, don't go here, don't go there. If you have a problem, come to the embassy, all this stuff. And one of the things they always say is, don't go up north. Don't go to northern Nigeria. Those northern states have terrorists and kidnappers and all this other stuff. And like that's where Yoruba land is.
Ooh,
so
wow.
Yeah. I don't know how sure it is. The US government said don't go up there, but
so they're calling that like that's the hood.
Right, that's the hood.
But go in the hood. Though, because the North is controlled by the government. So everybody who's in, like the president and all his people, they're all Northerners. So they fight for them, and everybody else, those in the East and South, we're just forgotten about. They don't care about you, you know? So the North has better schools, cleaner roads, constant electricity, things like that. So the government is up there doing all that stuff, doing all the good stuff. And then the rest of the country is like, screw you. Right. So if you go up there, it'll probably look more like the US.
Right. Okay.
I get you. I get you. Understood. Got it.
Well, that's yeah.
I don't even know where to go with.
Yeah,
well, we wanted to visit Nigeria, then also Ghana as well.
I mean, I hear a lot of people talk about Ghana and the good things. I've never been. So like, I still feel like it's that whole grass is greener. So like people in Nigeria talk about going to Ghana, but it's like, have you been there? Have you stayed there? I bet you the people in Ghana are like, I want to go somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah, that too.
Exactly.
That's so I think a lot of people are reaching out to Ghana because Ghana just opened their arms. It was like, we accepting everybody.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, that's what they're saying. So everybody like, we going to Ghana.
Go right ahead. I mean, it looks good, but I only know what I see on television.
Right.
True.
That's true.
Which is a terrible indicator.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the same way they do here in the US with everything dealing with Africa.
Exactly.
You would think the only thing you're gonna see is little kids running around with flies around their eyes, and you know what I'm saying? And so like that, you know, but they're not gonna tell the truth because they want us to stay here. We're their cash cow. You know? And
that's what they see here. Like in Nigeria, people were very surprised when they found out that I was the way I am. Like, I'm a respectable person. I like to be respectful. I don't like being rude. I'm pretty smart, whatever. And so they were just like, when my husband like would introduce me to them, they're like, oh, she's a Black American. So their idea of Black Americans are gangsters and hoes, right? And we're disrespectful to our parents. Apparently they didn't see, but they get it mixed up. They feel like all American parents do not discipline their children. So they'll see like this white little boy on television yelling at his mom, and his mom's like, Jimmy, stop, or whatever. So that's what they think we do. And then when I told them that, yeah, I used to get beat growing up, they were so shocked. I'm like, y'all realize your people are our ancestors. Right. So that stuff was passed down.
Exactly.
So that discipline is what we got. So, but they definitely have a very, very terrible image of Americans as a whole, but specifically Black Americans, because all they see is like love and hip hop. A lot of people are really into love and hip hop out here. And it's like, if that's your only indication of what Black Americans are, we're screwed. Like, that is so bad.
That's terrible.
It's
terrible.
That does not describe us at all. And first of all, they are the celebrities, okay? We're regular people.
Yes.
That's true. I hadn't even thought of that. That's true. Like, these are celebrities that you're looking at. But that's another thing. They think all Americans are rich. It's like, no, but I'm not gonna lie to you. If you spend US dollars in African country, you can live like a king.
Yeah.
/ queen.
I've heard.
Yes, you can.
I heard.
Right now.
Well,
yeah.
This soon we will be finding out, definitely.
Yeah.
But we want to thank you so much for doing this interview with us, learning a lot more about you. Even though we do know some things about you because you work with us, but it's always nice to do these things because you find out stuff that you may not talk about all the time. So we really appreciate it, opening up to us and everything. And we wish you the best of luck in your business. What's your business name again?
Mystique Rose Publishing Services, LLC.
All right. And where can we find you?
You can go to www.mystiquerosepublishing.com. You can find me on Facebook at Porsche M. Steele or at Mystique Rose PS. Mystique Rose also has an Instagram and a TikTok and a YouTube. And I guess you can put all those links in wherever.
Yeah, we will definitely add the link on. Well, we appreciate you so much and we love you. And you have an amazing, amazing day. And this won't be the last time you see Miss Porsche. She will be on board with us. She is also on the Black Families Rising podcast with us. So you'll hear her quite frequently on there.
Yes. Those are so good. I mean, really quick, shout out to y'all because those discussions are so fun, but they're also heartfelt and thoughtful and intelligent. It's so hard to find good, intelligent conversations these days. So it's like, I really appreciate being able to join in on those discussions because every time I leave, I feel so smart. I'm like, oh, I just got so much knowledge today. I feel so smart.
Well, thank you so much. And we'll see you again next time. Thank you again for listening to Black Families Rising. And you guys keep rising.
That's right. You can find us on Facebook and IG. We're also on Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest. I don't know.
We on everything.
And you can check this interview out and many more to come. Also on YouTube. So thank everybody for checking us out. Thank you for being here. And as always, keep striving, keep rising. So that's it for this episode of Black Families Rising.
Yeah. Thank you guys for choosing to spend this time with me.
And remember to check out our blog and follow us on all social media. And stay tuned for our next coming up episode.
Free minds. So until we meet again, let me see you striving.
We are BFR and we are out.
Let me see what you got for me. Check in. Put all your hands on my eyes, see. Let's get love life in the place to be. Let's get no matter where it's going. Live love life. Stack that paper. Be faithful to your wife. And if you lock down, Machiavelli, hold your head. If you lock down, Machiavelli, hold your head. The Don Illuminati all through your body. Watch the word of God bless.